Hey there, everyone. It's Dr. John Tantillo, the marketing doctor for Sunday, July 7th, 2024. And we're just about halfway through the summer session one coursework or semester. And what I also feel good about is finishing up on my evaluation, which included an update of my resume for the school, and which is good. And also filling out a questionnaire um, regarding various topics, scholarship, uh, student evaluation, things of that nature. So I'm finished that. Um, PT is going fairly well, as I think I mentioned to you. I'm not quite as happy with my progress, and we took it up a notch this week. I'm doing more walking with the walker, and what we're trying to get. So when I do my exercises, instead of being using the wheelchair to get to my exercises, what I do is I use the walker. So I do one exercise at one position, which is uh, the one machine, and I'm blocking on the machine that I'm using, that I use, and then from machine number one, and it will come to me. I'm having a Biden moment. Uh, I then go to uh, a table where I go back and forth walking on the table, 3 laps, and then I use the walker to get to that table, and then I also do 4 laps around the facility um, for walking with the walker. And so they want me to do more uh, getting out of the chair. And that's what I'm doing. As a matter of fact, right after this video that I post, what I'll do is I will do some exercises, standing alone, okay, because I got to get my balance. And I'm going to repeat myself here. One of the problems is that last February, I had my toes removed, 5 toes, which is called a metatarsal amputation, um, uh, which means that they cut um, actually the 5 toes off, which messes up your balance. So I got to get back at that. This week, in terms of doctor's appointments, I'm just about all set. I have to call my digestive guy to talk about the endoscopy. We talked about the colonoscopy, which showed that there was a polyp. The polyp was non-cancerous, but I got to go every 2 years to get a colonoscopy. But we really didn't talk about the endoscopy. We talked about the tangentially, and I'd like to get that done. So there you have it. And what else? You can see I got a new cap. For those who studied Latin, Vine, Vide, Vice. I believe that was said by Julius Caesar, and it says, "I came, I saw, I conquered." So I got to conquer this walking, and there you go. Um, uh, I have some interesting news. Uh, I became a Democrat in 1972. And I was a Democrat up to my birthday of June the 29th, 1951. And the politically correct thing to do is to register as an independent. And I didn't want to do that because I wanted to have some sort of say in who Republicans are going to put up against Democrats. And if you know me, people who really know me, not people who want to label me, know that I'm an old-time liberal and that I don't. I like to say what I have to say. And teaching at Touro University taught me to look at all sides of the argument. And as far as I'm concerned, Democrats have voted out that kind of dialogue so that you can't talk, uh, you cannot talk or say what you want to say without being labeled a denier, a Nazi, or whatever they want to label you, which is really that forces people not to talk. And I like to talk. I like to discuss uh, all sides of the issue. So with that in mind, I registered, which I made a commitment to myself that I would never register as a Republican. But because I am now residing in Arizona, I registered as a Republican. And here I go. Here is my um, ballot for the primary, which I filled out. And I don't know what these Republicans are screaming and yelling about mail. I'm doing this through the mail. And if it's subjected to fraud, I say find a system uh, that decreases fraud. And as my old political mentor, who was a Democrat, and I was his chief of staff, Cliff Wilson used to say, it's insignificant. It's not a significant difference in the fraud that is committed. It's like 1 or 2%, or even less than 2%. It's more like less than 1%. Nevertheless, when you lose, uh, it could be one vote. And I was involved in campaigns where that was the case. The net is that this is a much easier way. This idea of voting by mail, and if the Republicans do find that it's subject to more fraud, well, let's devise a system where there isn't. But um, it makes the voting process easy, and I'm just so glad that I was able to do that. So anyway, no big deal. I feel good uh, about doing my civic responsibility, and there you go. And since I'm a brand guy, I would say that the Democratic brand, as I know it, has significantly changed. And I just had to walk away. I just could not deal with the nonsense that they were dishing out. And this situation with Biden the was the last straw. So I'm not going to preach. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and there you go. So It doesn't mean that I can't vote Democratic if there's a brand, a personal brand that I like. It's just right now there's just no talking to this group. So anyway, what else? I think the next thing I got to do is I haven't been to a dentist in a while, and I think that that's the next thing I should do. And I got to write something. I think I'm going to write about Kamala Harris. Uh, I think that she's not as bad as people make her out to be. And not that I would vote for her. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't think she's as bad. And in a lot of ways, probably from a Democratic perspective and more from an independent perspective, she's more likable. Okay, I'm probably getting in trouble for saying this. And if it's positioned right by the Democrats, which I assume that it will be done, they'll do what they call a makeover, or what I like to say, a brand over, and make her more attractive than Trump, which they which you could do because there are people that will never vote for Trump. I get that. I understand that. So we'll see what in fact happens, and my column will deal with that issue of how the Democrats will get around, uh, rally around Kamala Harris, and if they don't, they're silly because um, she's the placeholder for the candidate, and if they jettison her from the ticket, that's going to cause them a lot of problems. I don't think that's going to happen. And believe me, from what I hear from my sources, it's just a matter of time when you know Biden uh, resigns or passes it along, or I don't know the exact, but he will not be running for president. There's just no way. So anyway, enough of that. Um, I'm feeling absolutely terrific, even though these last 2 days, and I like to let people know that, in this journey that I'm taking, every day isn't perfect. So, not last night. Well, last night I had a digestive problem that I just couldn't keep food in me. It just I ate, it came out, and it wasn't pleasant. And so that was last night. And the night before, something strange, and I don't know if you folks are aware of this, but I had phantom pain in my left leg. My left leg is my amputated leg, and there was a pain in my big toe. That's where I thought that the pain was. And there is no big toe. There are no toes. It was amputated from the knee down. Okay. I'm above the knee amputation, which means that they cut below the knee. To make matters worse, well, it wasn't really a pain, it was more of an ache. And so what happened yesterday is I got a massage, and I took some Tylenol and a painkiller, and it went away. And and that you generally see what they call phantom pain. You generally see about 3 months or 4 months after the amputation. For all intents and purposes, I'm not in any pain. I'm in ache. So it was aching. So there you have it. And if you see my new cap, my Vide Vice hat, which means I came, I saw, I conquered, thanks to Julius Caesar. I was never a big Latin guy, as in Latin language. Um, I just like that saying, and it's especially relevant to what I want to accomplish is that I want to be able to walk. And as I think you all know, I drive, which is good. Now, with the next step uh, for the next month is getting to the car vis-a-vis the walker, using the wheelchair less and less. And the way you do that is by freestanding without holding on to anything for a minute or two or three. And after I get that, then I'll start walking with the canes. So that's about it. I'm in great spirits. Um, what else? Uh, Monica's uh, boyfriend, great guy, James. He gave me a chair, one of these great chairs. It's just magnificent. And I got that entered the building. His parents were living with him, and they have since moved, and he gave me the chair, and I thought that was great. So, is there anything else to really discuss? My birthday went well. I went to the Sicilian butcher on Monday after my birthday, which was, I think, the second. And I'll tell you, I best eggplant around, eggplant parmesan around. And what happened was I went there for the eggplant, and the waiter told me all the eggplant is gone. No eggplant. I was so disappointed. And the manager so happened to hear that. And I said, yeah, I came just for the eggplant. And he said nothing. He said, well, he apologized. And by the end of the meal, there was one portion of eggplant that they made especially for me. So it's called the Sicilian Butcher. They're in Peoria, off Glendale Avenue. Wonderful. Their meatballs are terrific. I would get the traditional meatballs that has both veal and beef in them. Absolutely terrific. I had rigatoni along with that, and I stayed away from the sugar, the tiramisu, but that was wonderful. And Miss Monica bought the dinner, so that's even wonderful too. So that's it. We really should show you the shirt that I have. Okay, there you go. Well, do it the other way there. Let me move back if I can. I don't need to move back like that. I can do it this way. All right, zoom back. Okay. You can see that's my apartment there. And the logo, there's my John. And on the other side, it's Patosa, which is they make matagort and they make ravioli. Well, a few years ago when I was working for uh, uh, the New York City uh, a small business division, um, I was able to do some consulting work for them, and the rest is history. We really hit it off. They're a great company, and I met the whole family. I made mozzarella, and it was fun. It was really fun. So I think that's going to be about it. I went on a little too long, but Anyway, subscribe to my YouTube channel and remember to go brand yourself. You take care. Be good. Bye-bye.